Welcome to Season 3 of The Aggregate, narrative coatings from around the globe. It's a diverse assembly of designers, architects, artists, and builders from our vast world whose experiences, stories, and lessons combine to make the grandiose plaster genre feel just a little smaller. Our show isn't just about triumphs and tragedies. Moreover, it's about insight, takeaways, and ultimately growth. These factual fables blend to storied histories that audibly enhance the trade, slowly passing down time-honored traditions amongst the fast and fictional digital era. This isn't artificial intelligence. Instead, we're celebrating actual intelligence. So take a third breath as New Age Artisans coats the planet and changes the standards of what it means to educate, empower, and create. I'm your host, Jeremy Mistretta, along with my friend on the dials, Vincent Ryan, and welcome to our show. Guess who's back? Yep, that's right, it's us, your old friends, Jer and Vincent. My, how we've missed everyone. Hopefully your summer and winter months, depending on where you are in the world, have been treating you well since we last chatted. If you'll remember correctly, we had Giancarlo Sagasti from Exotic on the show. Man, that guy and his following and his episode got a lot of listeners. And honestly, I can't say that I'm terribly surprised. He's passionate, and he hangs it all out there on the line to do one thing: sling plaster. His videos are all over the internet, and he really has created an empire. I'm just waiting to see him in his jet black boat with Exotic painted on the side, bouncing along the Miami coast, living his best life. Because that's what it's all about. Being happy and doing the things that fill your bucket to the top. Now, I wouldn't say that raging a Florida lifestyle and polishing walls to an insanely reflective sheen is what makes me happy. But I would say that seeing the smile on Giancarlo's face every time he does, well, that does make me happy. We're all just people, none better than any other, doing what we love. Since we last spoke in May, we've been doing a lot here at New Age Artisans to maintain our happiness. We've hosted several in-person workshops. We've accrued hundreds more subscribers to the Plaster Portal, created a fantastic color deck from our signature collection. We've traveled to Italy, to Barcelona, back to Belize, and we've made some plans to head back to Africa soon. The installation front is doing quite well too. We have a solid crew of devout plaster warriors that are eager to take on any challenge the job site throws at them. I've seen quite a few wild cards spin our way amongst the hustle and bustle that is the custom building world, and most of the issues are dealt with internally by the amazing field team. Change orders are diligently tracked, communication amongst the team and project managers is cohesive, and any small and potentially disruptive HR issue is troubleshot internally before it's brought to myself or Kelly. This is a nice place to be because it's afforded me the ability to focus on Plaster Portal memberships and content as well as product sales. We've seen a large uptick in recent months, and the planted seeds of hope have grown into stable trees that have begun to bear fruit. I've seen our blends and portal programs aid designers, contractors, homeowners, and builders as they gain access to plaster and support that they would not be able to get if involved in a different direction. Our slow-burned approach to marketing has really sunk in as we find ourselves becoming involved with applicators who really see our vision and align with our ethos. I think you'll remember, as I vulnerably mentioned in past seasons, there were some dark days for many months as we pushed into the unknown abyss. I felt alone, scared, and honestly, I wondered if I was really clinically crazy. I mean, who would want to slow down and listen to what we have to say at New Age Artisans? Well, it turns out lots of people. And today, we're fortunate to have two of those people right here in our studio sitting next to Vincent and I. So folks in listener land, please welcome Season 3, Episode 1 guests Marisol, Garayua, and Abraham Negron from Puerto Rico's Vision Wall Surfaces. Have you been enjoying your time here in Bozeman?
Yes, it has been really amazing since we got here. Everything from the weather, the mountains. Love the road because in Puerto Rico you got a lot of potholes, so we really enjoy the smooth drive.
Yeah, very different for sure.
Yeah, well, construction season's almost over. It's starting to turn into winter here, so I would say we have 9 months of winter, 3 months of road construction.
Wow.
There's always potholes. It's interesting just kind of creating an idea, and more interesting as to where those ideas germinate. Our ideas here at New Age Artisans have come from years of experience on and off the wall. Our approach, I don't think it's for everyone, and it isn't designed to be that way either. It seems that every day I'm continually reminded that you can't make everyone happy in this world. And we're just people with strengths and weaknesses and limitations. And it's these limitations that, really kind of scratch my itch. We've had a myriad of experiences, and it's our mission to share them and to fast track others' general entry into the field of plaster. I think we write blog posts, we host podcasts, we put up images on social media because we love it. We want to share. And at times I wonder if anyone's actually listening. And due to our branding and the amazing work of Carl and now John, just the right people are. Our product just isn't some white sandy powder in a bag. I think it's us. I think it's all of us. We care holistically about every one of our subscribers and applicators. And when they call, we stop our worlds and we listen. We want to know everything about them because everyone has a different story. And Marisol and Abraham's, it's just one of those stories. Where did you two grow up?
In Puerto Rico.
Yes, Puerto Rico. So
Yes.
we really have to go back to probably dating ourselves now. 83, 84.
Okay, I was 3 years old.
Yeah, so Marisol was my girlfriend at the time. And we were boyfriend and girlfriend for a couple of years.
And how old? 13, 14?
14, 15, yeah.
Yeah. First love.
First love, definitely. First girlfriend, first love. And, one day my dad says, hey, we're moving to the States. And probably I think he gave me like a week to pack up. And I said, well, Dad, where we leaving? I got a girlfriend. So you can imagine how that conversation went.
Yeah, not anymore.
Right. And I'm going to take you to the whole story so it makes sense to the audience. So the day before I left my house at 2 o'clock in the morning. I think my parents are finding out this right now.
Yeah. Well, hold on, real quick. When he told you he was leaving, do you remember that?
Of course.
Yeah. How did it make you feel?
Well, very sad. I just started crying for a week. I remember. Yes, but yeah, that was very sad.
So I left my house at 2 o'clock in the morning the night before the flight, and I left my house with a bucket of paint and a brush, and went to her house, put Marisol and Tito's my nickname, forever, and I put a big heart, and this is, on the road in front of her house, so when she woke up in the morning, she would see that. Yeah. And that was my way of saying goodbye. Because, back then we didn't have Facebook or Instagram or text or nothing like that.
Yeah, no Snapchat at the airport.
No, not even MySpace.
Yeah. That's right. Nicely played, by the way. Yeah.
So, I left and kind of went our separate ways. And, it was probably 33, maybe 34 years later. And we were connected. So it's been an honor. It's been such an amazing opportunity to reconnect with my first love. And we reconnected and said, let's start from where we began, where we met.
Yeah.
And we moved back to
Puerto Rico. Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to fill in some gaps there.
Absolutely.
Because that's just jumping right to the B side of it. You went from, as far as I understood, you went from Puerto Rico to Georgia.
To Atlanta.
And did you like Georgia?
No,
No.
not really. It was a very hard time there. Getting used to the American culture, didn't know how to speak English at all.
Yeah.
Obviously the weather, didn't have any friends. It was a very tough time. And, but we overcame that. And, so it's probably 4 years since after I moved, to Stomont, Georgia, that, decided to join the Marines. And,
yeah, you rolled into to a strip mall, right?
Yeah. So it was, the way it happened, I used to play baseball in college, and, I, didn't keep up my grades that I was supposed to, partying too much, and made a bunch of mistakes. And my dad said, "Well, you can't stay here for free. You got to do something." Well, you thought about the military. I said, military. Well, I'm okay shape. I think I can run. Mm-hmm. So I go to a strip mall and I see all the Navy, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, all the Army, all the services. I said, man, where am I going to go? Which branch? And I saw immediately after I said that, Marine came out dressed blue, and I said, man, I want to look just like that.
Yeah.
And I walked in the office and I said, man, I'm ready to sign and leave. So you can imagine the recruiter's house just got real big.
Yeah.
And I said, well, here's the test. If you pass it, we'll ship you out. So I took the test, passed it. And he said, 2 weeks you're leaving. I said, okay. So 2 weeks after that, I was on a bus going to Paris Island, South Carolina. Mm-hmm. Now, something that I thought was going to be 4 years long turned out to be 20. And so I was able to, and that's, that military career is what helped me to become who I am today. And has prepared me for the civilian life, if you will.
Yeah.
It was a great experience.
Yeah.
So then I leave the military, retire, go back to Texas, Houston, Texas, and said, man, I got to do something. I keep working. So I became an HR manager. Then I became an executive recruiter in different companies.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, remember you telling me that?
Yeah, I love recruiting. Still love recruiting. And did that for a few years, and then transitioned back to Puerto Rico. And when we reconnected, back in Puerto Rico, then the COVID hit, and that was a real hard time. It was a real hard time, and we said, well, we got to do something. And I was out of work. She was out of work. And with $350, we took a class. And not being able to pay $350. I don't know where we got it from. But we got, I know, my parents.
Yeah, your parents.
My parents gave me $350, paid for the class, and said she took the class and she loved it. But I have to go back and say that, this whole idea of textures, and her sister actually approached her.
Yes.
To say, Marisol, since you love painting, have you thought about texture? Well, after that, we basically take the class.
The Venetian class, and all the textures, and you just get involved in this beautiful, that you're going to change anything. And I took the class and another class, and I start with a few customers, and they went another walls, and fairs, and then we started.
Just go for it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Now, when you guys, from 14 to when Abraham broke your heart to when you reunited, give us like the Cliff Notes.
Wow.
Do you know what Cliff Notes are?
Well, but when the movie hit you that, but I saw him, in Savannah. I remember when he come in, he said, "Oh my God, so many years," and just, give it a big hug and a kiss, and yeah.
So, but what were you doing? Because where were you? Were you still in Puerto Rico?
No, I just moved to Florida, a little town, Wildwood, and I stayed right there for a few years. But I always come back to Puerto Rico and back and forth. And I moved to Georgia, that is at Brunswick. Again, a small town, not much to do, and always come back to Puerto Rico. when Tito came to my life again, we say, I don't want to stay here anymore because I miss my family, Puerto Rico, and all that.
Amazing. What sort of work did you do?
Well, retails, what else? And then federal law enforcement, doing like a role player, but nothing that really like it. I always come back to Puerto Rico and I start working with my sister and I come back again every time that I have time. But nothing really fulfilled me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, what was it like during COVID?
In Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico.
That was awful.
2020.
Mm-hmm. That was bad. They put that thing that you never go even to the beach. No one around. I stayed at home so many months.
That was couldn't work.
For everyone, I say that, not just us.
We're out of work, couldn't go anywhere, couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty tough time.
And how long did that last there?
Oh my God, a long time. More than 4 months, I think.
8 months.
Yes.
8 months of just lockdown?
I don't know, something like that.
It was longer in Puerto Rico than in the States.
Yes, they took it very seriously because they one of the ships, for passenger for the cruise, they stopped right there and boom, everything blew up with so many dead people. And the government said, no one's going to be outside.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to stay inside the house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Shelter in place.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that big of a deal here. It was, but at the same time, it really wasn't because it was almost like it didn't hit for like another 18 months after.
You guys.
So it wasn't until like spring or winter of 2021 when people really started to get it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. There were a few outliers in the beginning, but then, when it hit, it was like there were almost less people out on the street 16 months later than there were at the initial lockdown because it was, everybody started to get it.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I remember, I was like, I think I had COVID. And everyone's like, you're not going to think. The time you get it the first time, you're going to know.
Exactly. Yes.
I remember I got it. This is COVID.
This is COVID. You can feel it. You feel so bad. And so, afraid to go to the hospital. No, that was very bad over there.
Yeah. And then, like, what was work like? Did they have any, like, essential workers? Because we were allowed to keep, they're calling construction essential working.
Yeah, like, hospitals, but you didn't see a whole lot of people on the street. It was almost like, what's the name of that movie?
The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead. It's like a Walking Dead. Yeah, no, that was awful. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, something like that.
But it was definitely a very challenging time, which, also from our perspective, I think it helped us to where we are today.
Yeah.
Because you don't really, when you're comfortable, you don't get creative. You're not very creative. When you get pushed against the wall and you got pressure, you automatically get creative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And ideas starts flowing. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? How am I going to do that? Mm-hmm. And so I think that pushed us to.
Yeah, exactly. To do something completely different. Yeah.
Necessity, the mother of invention.
You're right.
Absolutely.
I believe in that.
Yeah. We got all sorts of creative here doing all sorts of plaster art projects and, and then also on top of it, we, were kind of at a point where we were on this one particular job and no one quite knew what was going to happen. And then we were on this, it was just a giant project. It was probably like 20,000 square feet of plaster.
Wow.
So, the homeowners had decided they only wanted one trade in at a time. Just so happened, plaster crew was in there. So we had like 8 weeks to do this job. And nobody was in there. It was just like 4 or 5 of us. And then we had all these Astro vans. So like everybody was, people that wanted to ride together just didn't care and they were just riding together, and other people that wanted to, distance themselves. We'd always take the pictures of the van and be like social distancing at its finest, and there'd be like 4 Astro vans parked in front of this house, which was hilarious. But like we may save our health, but we're killing the universe with all the petrol fuels we're burning to get up to the job. Yeah, and then was there any sort of construction going on there?
I think it was everything was pretty much on hold.
Yeah.
You didn't see a whole lot happening.
Just shut down.
It was shut down for a while.
Yeah,
like I said, I think it, goes, after that I flew back to Houston. It was not as strict as it was in Puerto Rico. I think at one point in Puerto Rico, they'll fine you $100 if you didn't have your mask on, something crazy.
Oh, yes.
It was out of the norm. It was over the top.
Yeah. And then, what was it like for you guys because, you reunited when? What year?
1918.
18.
So you're still like pretty fresh in a new relationship.
It's going to stay fresh until we pass.
Yeah. And then, what was it like just being there in lockdown together?
Very nice.
Yeah, we got really creative.
Tight for us.
Yeah. It was very good for us. I mean, to a point, because you still want to do things. You want to work. You want to do things, and you were kind of handcuffed because you couldn't do much.
Reading a lot.
And really give us time to really, so what are we going to do next?
Yeah.
So that kind of prepares mentally and research-wise to get to where we are right now.
Yeah. It will kind of make you or break you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We could have done a whole different things, but if you can say that time was out to really help us kind of shape the vision of where we want to go.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that vision, let's take a quick break, and then when we get back, I want to talk all about your company named after the vision.
Hey team, Vincent here. Many have mentioned that plaster is having a moment. At New Age Artisans, we're happy about that, and add that plaster is the moment. As our world continues to spin faster and faster every day, this magical medium offers innate and constant beauty and commands us to engage our senses, giving us greatest gift of all, presence. As we admire carved pieces, ornate cornices, rendered facades, and veneer coatings, the impossibility to encapsulate the word plaster into a simple and cohesive definition is evident. Each country, region, and township can have their own meanings, uses, and purposes for plaster. And as the public stares at shiny internet images, the demand for knowledge has become more prevalent, with architects, designers, builders, and homeowners being tasked with repairing, restoring, or recreating elements of this lost art form. Historical information is sparse and is the gateway to entrance into the trade. Sadly, these coveted secrets and tightly held techniques run the risk of extinction if not properly cataloged, and newcomers deserve ease of access into the field as a global labor force continues to dwindle. What if there was a place that preserved these techniques and fast-track gateway information that encouraged craft folk to stay engaged and thriving in the field? Well, that space is here, and it's called the Placer Portal. With a small annual fee of just $75, baseline members to the Placer Portal get access to tips and tricks that they can't find anywhere else online, as well as discounted pricing on New Age Artisans plaster blends in our growing global market. Are you wanting to further your plaster expertise? We're here for it. With a simple baseline account, subscribers can upgrade to our Artist Series classes, taught by niche and industry professionals from around the world. Learn cornice in situ and sculpture from the United Kingdom, Tattalact from Brazil, floral casting in the States, and drywall from an industry icon. But that's not it. We have more in the hopper as we're constantly creating new content. Sign up is fast, easy, and affordable. Head to newageartisans.com and click the Placer Portal link to get started. We're gaining new members every day, and we can't wait to have you as part of our community. Before we get back to the show, Here's a past guest with a quick hello.
Hey, this is Pete with Brandywine Plaster, and if you know me, you know I'm like a chocoholic, but for plaster. That's why I tuned in to The Aggregate.
All righty, we're back. Petro Dandalos, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence just again. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Your episode, do you remember what number was it?
22.
It could have been
23.
I just remember the line. He's like, I've changed. I have cats. Unbelievable. Well, we've got some things cooking with Pete these days. He's been working on some cool projects with our stuff, and we talk once or twice a month, and it's been fun to connect with him. But we're back here now with Abraham and Marisol, and they were just talking about before the break about their long-standing history of being in love at the age of 14, and then having the inconvenient breakup, and then reuniting 30-something years later, which is just right out of a storybook. And I love it. I love it. That's where the tissues need to come in handy. You guys are here. You're learning a little bit about some plaster. But I want to kind of like rewind the clock here with Marisol, because you were talking about your sister said you like painting.
Yes.
Like what kind of painting? Like house painting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a regular, paint the house, and yes, that kind of paint.
Yeah. And then, what did you like about it? What was so fun? Was it kind of like meditative? Was it?
Yes, creative. Find the nice colors, because to me, the light is something very important when you're going to choose the color. Okay, to me, I think that is for everyone. So it should to be. But that's what I like. And when I start taking the class of Venetian Plus and other texture, this is so much, that you can learn. Mm-hmm. And the looks and all that, I'm getting
You were
lost.
sold, yeah. Mm-hmm. Where was the class? Was in Puerto Rico?
That was in Puerto Rico, the first one. And
yeah. What class was it?
There was a class about Venetian plaster and other products, the Nova Color and the other brand. Mm-hmm. And even one product, you can do so many things. This, your artistic, mind. Yeah. That's why. Yeah. Yes.
And where did you take the class?
That was in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, but what was the name of the store?
The store is Ambience. I took with Luis.
Got it.
Yes, very, very good teacher.
Hi, Luis.
Mm-hmm. Hey, yeah. Hi.
Hola.
I learned a lot from Luis, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
and
good
then
teacher.
You guys were together, mm-hmm. you and Abraham, when you took the class. And then what did you think about it, Abraham?
It blew my mind. I said, man, you can do it on a wall? Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And, I have any artistic background. Not far from it. But when I saw that, I said, wow, this is really cool. And, she took the class, so we started, just doing walls for free with the family.
Yeah.
And, when I started doing it, I said, man, this is really cool. People get paid to do this? Wow. So the more that we did, the more we were interested in it. Mm-hmm. And, until we got our first pay client, and they were like, oh, wow, we really got a business now.
Yeah, we're doing it.
We're doing it.
Mm-hmm. We started that very fast.
Yeah, people ask a lot about, like ways to get into it, and I see people and they'll just swing for the fences right out of the gate trying to just get their first job. And, they may be a painter, they may be a drywaller, they may be, somebody that's just taken a different life change, and then they're just going for it with the most high-end price right out of the gate. And I tell people, no, you can't do that. You need to build up, your portfolio. You need to get some experience. You're going to find very few people that are going to give you that amount of money without saying that you've got some skin in the game.
Yeah. We need to, for us, spend a lot of money in classes in product and try until you know what you're doing. This is not like you buy a product and that's it and you sell it and, do the walls. You need to invest.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I have to invest, we have to invest to get better and better.
Yeah. What were some of the struggles that you had in Puerto Rico starting a business?
Well, I think the first one I would say probably was it was hard to get information. Get information on how to apply certain techniques and products and where do we go to get that education.
Yeah.
And so that was the challenging part. But, we just took that head on and say, hey, okay, if it's not in Puerto Rico, where can we find this?
Exactly.
And we started asking and writing people online. How do you get this? How do you do this? How do you do that? And eventually got a couple of places in the States. This guy, Will Prill, out of Texas, Dallas, Texas.
Wonderful.
And he is just one of the best teachers we've ever seen.
What's his company called?
It's Nova Color.
Oh, Nova Color.
He's a distributor of Nova Color.
Got it.
And he taught us a lot.
Yeah.
And we took that. I think we went a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
And that really helped us expand into other techniques and offer people in Puerto Rico different techniques and different solutions. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
Find a way to.
Yeah. And then what was it like? I was telling you earlier a couple of days ago about working for my friend Dennis as being a construction laborer and how I knew a decent amount, but then it got to a point where, I took a little hiatus during the economic crash and I started working for him as a laborer and then kind of became a rough framer and then like a little bit of a finish carpenter. What was it like for you not having a lot of construction experience and then stepping onto the job site? Did you find that there was you kind of had to find your way a little bit?
Yes.
It was a bit challenging. I think that part, I think, of course, first time we did that, you feel a bit anxious, but I think at least for me, I know for Marisol too, the most challenging part is the business part. How do you make this a business? How do you structure this? How much you charge per square foot? Because nobody wants to share that information, and so we had to find different channels and make it our own to fit our market. Mm-hmm. So I think that was probably the most challenging part, getting that down to where it was good for us and good for the client. Mm-hmm. And but actually going to a site, I don't think that was that difficult.
No, not that difficult. We see the client have a wallpaper, and the wallpaper over there, they don't last, even a year, really.
Because of the humidity?
The humidity is very bad. Yeah. So many wallpaper, we have to take it off. And we see some damage on the walls. We have the people to fix that before we apply, any product. But we don't, over there is completely different from here that you have to, you have wood or different frames. But over there it's very simple, really. Block
construction.
For the most part, if we run into an issue, a challenge, we'll call either the distributors in Puerto Rico or the one in Texas, and they'll respond to us and help us walk through that challenge. So I think the hardest part was the business portion of the business.
Yeah, just working the numbers. Yeah. You were telling a story at lunch today about the job you did, and then the woman gave you a second chance.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow,
so
share with the group.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was very interesting. So this is one of the first customers that we had.
And what product was it?
I think it was Nova Color.
Yeah, that time it was Nova Color.
Nova Color.
That kind of product.
And we're doing a line wash in the whole condo. And she said, okay, well, we've been following you guys. We know that you guys do quality work. So come to the condo, do your estimate. And so we did the estimate, and we were all excited. And we go to her condo, and she looked at the estimate, and she's like, she was very gracious. She said,
How many square feet was it? Let's get
That
down
was
to
a lot. That the whole apartment.
it was over 2,000 square feet.
2,000 square feet. And what'd you bid it at?
Man,
I don't remember really.
Let me see. I think it was probably
I don't remember.
8, 9 square foot, something like that.
Yeah, but
And she looked at it and she said, Abraham. Now this is a high-end condo. This is like one of the best condos in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, Abraham, can I talk to you for a second? I said, sure. She's like, I'm going to give you another opportunity. I said, what do you mean? I thought my estimate was good. She's like, no, we know you do quality work, but this estimate does not reflect the excellence of work that you guys do. So I'm going to give you another chance. Bring this to me tomorrow with a different number.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So she was kind of guiding me
Yes, you see?
to how much I need to charge her.
Yeah.
Because they equate, what you're charging for excellence, the type of work that's going to be done right. And so came back home and like, man, I don't know how much to charge her. And we came up with this number that we just pulled out of the air, but it was a real good number. And
more than the original number.
Oh, absolutely, higher than the original.
Yeah.
And so presented to her, and she's like, "That's more like it." Because now, when you charge me, I know you're going to do quality work, quality products, and you can invest back into your company.
Yeah.
So she's coaching us through this whole thing.
Yeah.
We're so very thankful because after that project, that turned into, referrals. And so into other projects. And so, that was our first lesson into the business that we're doing. So from there, we said, okay, so we need to redefine what market are we going to serve?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And to us,
who are your clients?
Who are my clients? High end. That's it.
Yes.
And so that's what we focused on. And
after that
is then we got the project at the mall of San Juan with Carlos Aviles.
Yes, in Dorado.
And what did you do there?
Oh, what is that?
Line wash?
Yeah, line wash, but the store is for...
it's Oli. It's called Oli. It's a perfume store.
Perfume store, very unique and boutique.
Oh, I think I saw it on your website. There were like some shelves that were done.
There's so many clients after that. That looks amazing. And just pass every time they go over there to Mall San Juan, they say, "Oh, this is a beautiful store." Yeah, it's a color and everything. That's very nice.
Well, Joey, who you guys met from Montreal, that was kind of his calling for a while. So he was doing like a lot of the Zara stores.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was like beautiful, super high-end chain. You see him next to, you're seeing New York City in the nicest buildings, and he was cruising around doing Zara stores in Canada. It's pretty awesome.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Wow.
But you can use your creativity, and you can choose the colors, and
Yeah, we've got another friend, John Meekum's his name, and he's from Texas, and he's a bit of a cowboy. He lives down in Driggs, Idaho now, but he has a contract with Tecovas. Do you know Tecovas?
No.
They're like the Western boot company.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's really cool, and he's got his own proprietary blended plaster that he makes there, and the guy really liked it, and he just travels around doing his Tecovas stuff, and it's, he tags in and out. He actually has been using a lot of our plaster recently, which has been really fun.
Wonderful.
On some projects, but that's like his real bread and butter in the summertime. It's just doing those Tecovas stores. And, you never know where he is. He'll call me. He'll be like,
"Nice, the travel."
I'm in Seattle. I'm in Nashville. I'm back in Houston. I'm in New York City. Just, you never know where he's going to be.
And how do you feel about that? They use your product in all of this.
So he's just using our product in down in Jackson.
Okay.
But I mean, he's using the product in Jackson. He's using it in Driggs, but he's using his own stuff at the Tecovas.
Okay.
And it's great. I know what's in it because he told me. I'm not going to tell anybody, but it's good. It's good. It's good stuff.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. But no, I mean, it's like we were saying about like, I look at that plaster and it's like, yeah, it's great. It's perfect. It's fitting for the environment that it's in. And we do all these finishes and it's like something might not necessarily be for me, just like something that like Giancarlo does. But I still look at it and I'm like, that's beautiful.
Yes.
You did a fantastic job.
No, you can change the whole, concept just to apply something and, the texture and the colors and all that.
Yeah, the
You
entire
create an experience. It's an experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you remember that place. You remember the walls and all that people, always give me some compliment about the store and say, oh, they gonna open a second store and we're gonna do the line wash over there too.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, experience. I like that. Then remember Manu?
Oh, yeah.
Manu Narendran. He has a experience immersion center. That's what he called his plaster. On a showroom in Hyderabad, India.
Wow.
And it's just people, he's like, they come in and they just gain the experience. And if you knew Manu, it would make total sense.
Okay.
We were in Morocco and I was like, Carl, what's Manu doing? He's like, he's taking a nap. Also known as charging his spiritual battery. And he'd go in there and he'd just be laying down. He'd have his hands perfectly on his chest. Just sweet little Manu. And then you guys you got into some micro topping too, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Microsoft.
Yeah. How did you get your hands on that?
Well,
yeah. So we all we believe in always finding innovative things to do, and I think I was looking at Instagram one day and I started looking at Microsoft and I said, wow, this is
perfect to Puerto Rico.
This is pretty cool. So at the time, we were looking for a solution for the humidity issue in Puerto Rico, which is the number one enemy, is humidity. And we started digging more and more and more in Google and just doing different articles and just really immersing ourselves into Microsoft and understanding how it worked. And we said, wow, this is a solution.
Yeah.
And we finally a manufacturer over in Colombia. And since then, we built a relationship and we used our product in Puerto Rico. Yeah.
So they ship it from Colombia?
Yeah.
Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Yeah. How long does that take?
Well, I mean, probably in a perfect scenario, which nothing's ever perfect. Right, 2-3 weeks for a container to get to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, we were shipping a lot of stuff to Belize, but we were shipping it through Caribitrans. And they were telling us 4 weeks.
Okay, you see?
So plan on 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
From the time it leaves Miami to the time it gets to Belize City. Wow. Just 4 weeks on the boat.
That's why we always have to, order, because we know they're going to take like 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and, we always have, products.
The perpetual
yes,
cycle.
Exactly. We have to. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, are you guys installing micro on all the floors?
We have floors, walls, ceilings. We're doing a pool project right now.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they're doing a pool. Not just the surface with the terrace and the borders of the pool are, but also the submergible part, which is why we selected a bi-component microcement. We wanted a bi-component microcement that was submergible. And this one, I mean, they've been in business over 16 years and they have plenty of experience on that. And, we're doing everything from walls, ceilings, floors, pools.
Everything.
Everything, yeah.
And how many finishes do they have, the micro company?
So they have 3 base leveling coats and 3 they use for texture. The 3 base leveling coats, different granulometry.
Aggregate size.
Aggregates,
Yes.
So you can you can use it not just for leveling, but you can use it for if you want maybe like a rustic texture for the outside or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's a bi-component microcement that's flexible too.
Yeah.
And that was important for us for, if there's any movement.
That happened in Puerto Rico a lot.
Yeah. Really. There's a lot of activity in Puerto Rico when it comes
seismic activity.
Seismic activity.
Yes.
Yeah. So having something that was flexible, it was important.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Got it. And was there a big learning curve when you're putting it
Oh,
up?
absolutely. I think I need a bathroom 4 times.
4 times.
Yeah,
you gotta start
because
somewhere.
the humidity is so bad over
Yeah.
there. You need to, it's something that unbelievable in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
We
What's
need
like
to
your
adjust
best?
that.
What's your biggest success installing it, and what's your worst failure?
Microsmith?
Yeah.
It's very easy to install, but you need to.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me was really learning the steps, getting skip steps. And so the best one was a floor. So the bathroom floor came out real nice. Yeah, I was impressed with my first time. That came out real nice.
Yes.
So that's my success story. The walls, that was challenging because, when I applied it, I was not letting it dry. I was putting a stick on top of the wet one. It was creating unwanted shades.
Some crazing.
Yeah. So I'm like, man, what am I doing? And, so we'll later find out what I was doing wrong. But, and also here's a funny one. So,
Funny now.
Funny now. It wasn't,
Funny now,
it
exactly.
wasn't. So I'll have to say 2 things. So one, make sure that you do the floor last, and don't put no primer on the floor when you're doing the walls in the ceiling, because it's very bad.
Because you start with the ceiling, with the walls, and the end, the floor.
So we got excited, and so that's one. The other one is I asked the client, hey, do you want to change the
pictures,
the fixtures.
Yeah.
So that's the client first if they want to change that.
You
Because
need to ask all that, and then I just want to change for a different one. Of course, they have to, make a hole over there, take the old one and put the new one, and you have to do the walls again.
So I didn't ask that question. Because I didn't ask that question when I finished the wall. She came back to me a week later. She said, "Well, I saw this real nice picture for the bathroom." I said, "Wow, I just finished it."
That's why there is 4-timer fee.
Yeah. So they had to break it. The contractor came, broke what we finished, put the new one in, and I had to do it all over again. So that's a lesson learned.
Yeah.
The bathroom to me is very picky and very challenging because there's so many things, corners and all that.
So you ever leave the next bathrooms? That's the first question on the checklist.
You gonna change your fixtures?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely number one.
Yeah, because you want all that. You want all that. I mean, most of the time it's like we're rolling in. It's new construction, so everything's in. All the electrical's roughed in. But I can't tell you how many times they don't find a problem with the layout until after the plaster's done.
Oh.
Like the icing's on the cake, and they're like, "Ooh, we're gonna have to cut into that cake."
That's bad.
I'm like, man, it's going to be really expensive to put more icing on that. Yeah. But okay, there we go. And that's the hardest part, is like keeping track of it. Keeping track of the changes, and just making sure you don't get underwater, and document. If you don't have a pre-existing relationship with the people, it might be a good idea to get a signature, just so that everybody knows. So that the time it comes to serve the final bill, and that bill's more,
you're right.
Everybody remembers.
Exactly. Yes.
Transparency. All the way through.
Yeah. Or the other thing that's recently been happening is we're in a big rush. Reach behind you in that box and grab that little. Just grab one of those pieces of paper. Do you want to read it? Read what that says on there.
Good.
Absolutely. Against Plaster's Advice Form. This is awesome. I do one of these.
Yeah, you can take one of those free of charge.
Thank
You
you.
want me to keep reading?
Yeah, read away.
Please be advised that New Age Artisans is carrying out a task that is out of sequential order, or the end result runs the risk of failure. Wow. And then at the bottom it says, I have acknowledged the risk involved in this job site decision and approved New Age Artisans to move forward. Company will consider any damages as a change order and agrees to pay for collateral damages caused by this action. This is genius.
That happened to you a lot. Did you
All
have
the
this?
time. Yeah, we're just at the point now where it's like we did this huge job, and it was so backwards.
Oh my.
And it was for this company who we love. We love them to death. They have done amazing things, but they got tied up hard with a bad client. And it's like, if you want to win, you got to be ready to lose too. And we lost a little bit with them, but in order to not lose a lot, we started furnishing bills. And then the question started coming, why are you giving us a bill for this? I said, well, we all know that this was out of order. And then the client rep got involved, and then the architect got involved, and we're having to 6, 7, 8 months later, and we're still not getting paid. We're having to prove what we had done and why that was out of order. So they're essentially trying to like pit us against the contractor. Like, that's not how this works. You know, I'm on their team. We're in this together.
Wow.
So I just kind of learned the hard way. Like, look, people, we're going to do this because we are team players. We're yes people, which can be, you can get into a no real quick if you're too much of a yes person. This is just one little way where I'm like, sure, I'd be a yes person.
Okay.
Can you continue to pay me to be a yes person? So, yeah, it's been,
good to know.
Yeah.
Good to have that.
Yeah. Take that. Feel free to copy provisions.
Because, what I told my clients that when everyone's finished, install the tiles, the back, everything, we're gonna start, the project. Because it's not done, now they're gonna mess, with the walls and all that. I had to repair, but it's not that hard. I just go with Tadalite. Oh my God, I'm gonna need this.
You're gonna need that. Yeah, big time.
There's one thing I want to add. It's probably out of sequence what I'm going to say, but I got to say this. And it goes with what we're saying.
Just gonna sign your name right there. Yeah.
So, I'm talking, if a plasterer is hearing me right now.
Are you out there, plaster people?
Yeah.
Do you hear him?
If you, don't let one failure stop you from what you want to do.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Mistakes are going to happen. Own it, face it, learn from it, fix it, move forward.
Exactly.
You know what fail means? Did I tell you the other day, didn't I?
Yeah, I forgot.
First attempt in learning.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
First attempt in learning. So don't be afraid of failure.
We have time to repair the damage.
Yeah.
It's always way
and
to go.
You learn so much when you rewind the tape.
Yeah.
This is where it went wrong. This is where it went wrong. This is where it went wrong. But don't do the same mistake twice.
No, not at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fail quickly, move forward. Yeah.
I wish I could say that I have not made the same mistake twice, but that's not true. I have. Yeah. If you had to pick a type of plaster that you like the most.
From this class?
Well, not so much this class. I'm not like out here fishing for compliments. I'm just talking about like in the whole world of plaster. But I mean, if you wanted to say my plaster, of course, that's acceptable.
Well, I like, when you see like a wash look, like, what we doing here, like, Cadillac or refined is, is heavy, but I just visualize that in Puerto Rico because the people, they don't have to, paint the house every year or, every 2 years. Over there is very bad. It rain a lot. But that's kind of plaster that I just, to me, I like it. I can see it in all the houses that, in Puerto Rico.
I'm going to be straightforward. Since day one, I just been in love with Cadillac.
Yeah.
And I think I've been...
At the beginning.
I didn't know how to even apply Cadillac. I think I just fell in love with what I saw on your website.
Yeah.
And what I was researching, I was like, wow, this is amazing. So I would say Cadillac. Along with that, I like the minimalism of microcement too, especially when it comes to floors.
Yeah.
But when we talk about walls, I love line wash, but Cadillac is at the very top.
Oh, yes.
At the very top.
Yeah, Cadillac's like the Ferrari.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Line wash, to me, is the Fiat.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
still
right.
a car. You can still get in it. You can still go somewhere.
But the people, they don't have that, the price is kind of high because I know how many, the effort you have to take to do something like that. And you can have that effect. But to me, for the bathrooms, it's gorgeous.
Oh, it's gorgeous. And then,
gorgeous.
All the other veneers.
Backsplash. Oh my gosh.
Oh, backsplash. Yeah.
I love how they look in your house. That beautiful.
Yeah, that came out nice.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But if you, I don't know, I think about paint.
Paint.
And then I think about like the option of paint versus having plaster on a wall. What is it like in Puerto Rico? Is it hard to convince these people, or are they already committed to it based on a designer that you're working with or a builder?
Great question. I mean, this is still pretty new in Puerto Rico. It's pretty new. And, there's an education process to get people to this point. In the high-end market that we're working in, they have a general idea of what this is. It's how do I say this? The biggest challenge is in Puerto Rico is that they don't understand how this adds value to their home, that this is going to increase their home value.
Yes, big time.
This is not just paint, this is art.
Yes.
And so we spend a whole lot of time explaining, overwhelming value. Okay, this is what this does. This helps with humidity. This helps with insulation. This helps with.
You don't have to touch it for so many years, or you can leave it there.
Yeah.
So it's an education process that we go through on each and every client. Some people that think that it's paint, it is not paint. It's just, we go through that a lot.
Yeah, because sometimes people, they think that it's a wallpaper. It's no wallpaper. They go, straight to the walls and, they're going to have it for years.
Yeah. There is a company that specializes in making faux plaster wallpaper. Got them on my list for the podcast. So if anybody's listening and knows these people, I've seen their social media pages. It's pretty cool.
Really, again, I need to see it because sometimes that I just look at wallpaper, right? And you can see this, it just,
you see the seams.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
You gotta seam it correctly.
Yes, for what we do, that is continue, it's just something else.
The humidity in Puerto Rico is just not,
it's not for that.
Unless you have wallpaper in a room that's 24 hours under air conditioning, maybe that'll work.
And you don't have any problem with with the humidity outside too, because there's something else that you don't control.
Just melts the glue probably on the back, or I would assume that the paper face is so saturated with moisture that it probably just waits and it falls right off.
Then you got mold, you got mildew.
You got mold. Yeah, this is something that is bad for you.
Not healthy for the client.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We stayed in a place when we were in Puerto Rico, and I do remember taking a shower, kind of like looking up at the ceiling. And it was a pretty nice place. It was a nice place. And I remember seeing a little bit of mold, thinking, wonder how hard that is to control here.
Super, difficult.
Yeah.
Super difficult. Yeah. That's the problem.
Put some lime plaster on your ceiling.
You see?
My Puerto Rican friends.
There we go.
You'll have
put plaster, everywhere. In all the rooms.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing right now. They're taking out all the wallpaper they have right now, and we're gonna put all the plaster
all the way across.
Yeah. The second floor, everything. It's gonna be with it.
Yeah, that's a solution for Puerto Rico. Plaster.
Yeah.
You don't have any problem. Yeah.
If you, what do you think? What's the next big step, big move in life? Without going like, you don't have to do any spoiler alerts, but if you had to give like a grandiose kind of like, this is the general direction we want to go in life, in visions.
Okay.
You can think about it.
No, I don't have to think about it. I just want to sell the product and, teach you people how to apply correctly.
Yeah, we want to create it and we want to change lives along the way. Yeah, that's what we want to do.
Do you feel like there's a force in Puerto Rico that's willing and ready to learn? There's a workforce there.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's your goal? What's your avenue to find these people?
To find them?
Yeah.
You know,
Mr. HR recruiter.
Now I got to put my recruiter hat on.
Just gonna go out the street with a sandwich board and be like, "Common Blaster."
You know,
Easy for him to.
There's two places that I go automatically: trade schools, number one,
Yep,
and military bases. You know, especially there's a base called there Fort Buchanan, and that's a big reserve unit there. And reservists, they only work 1 week a month, which means the rest of the month they're looking for work. Mm-hmm. And this particular unit, they're engineers. So these are people that work with their hands. And it's a 8,000 people unit. Yeah. So that's a great pool to grab from there. So between those two, you can probably cover the whole island. Yeah.
Beautiful. And how many people live on the island? A couple million?
Could be 3.1, probably close to 3.1 and 3.2. So between 3.1 and 3.2 million. Yeah.
So all 3.2 million folks on the island of Puerto Rico. It's time to plaster.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for coming in. Thanks for visiting us here in our beautiful state of Montana.
Thank
you.
I
look forward to seeing you guys again sooner than later.
Oh, it won't be the last time.
Yeah, we'll be more time to do things.
Yeah. Thank you for allowing us to come here. Thank you for allowing us to
family.
learn.
That's easy. Yeah. We love showing them off.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's been an awesome experience. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, we'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for listening, everyone. It's so great to be back in the saddle. Tune in next week for episode 2 as we head north to Virginia for a restoration chat with Joelle Huntsberry. We'll learn about her early childhood roots, the shunning of a formal education, and the reasons why she's chosen a life of research and plaster design while bucking the status quo and working on some of America's most prestigious structures. Yep. Y'all know what I'm going to say now. Cheers!